Yeah, all of them. Hi, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಪ್ಪ? I hope all are doing good. ನಿಮ್ಮ physics, chemistry, biology, maths, English one, English two, kannada, English, and Hindi, French, everything is finished. Now you are remaining next week. Next Monday is your history, and Wednesday is geography. Next, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ in the March 13th, we have the computer application. You have 4 days of gap, right? So in this session, you can see the thumbnail, you get to know. So I'm going to discuss about the 1 mark question and 2 mark questions to the other important. Now I'm going to type. Okay, and then I think it is going to useful for those who want to score out of 4, especially 1 mark and 2 marks. Program you can write, no issues. You can select the best for 1 mark, 2 questions. Called randomly, I will select the topics. What are the difference? So memory size, this type of question I can deal with one by one, one by one. If it is useful, then you can share your feedback. Thank you. I'm going to share my screen. First, first I will go with. So what are the features of Java? As we know, Java is simple, Java is robust, Java is platform independent, Java is machine independent, Java is secured, and Java is case sensitive, uppercase and lowercase having a special meaning. So what are the four principles of Java? Java polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation, and inheritance. What is the first one? Encapsulation means the binding or wrapping of data and function into a one unit. Whereas abstraction, aiding of data from the function. And polymorphism means more than one forms. And inheritance is you are inheriting the properties from superclass to subclass, base class to derived class, or what is the other one? Base class to derived class ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸೂಪರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಟು ಸಬ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ parent class to child class, that is also okay. So these are all the features and these are all the principles of Java. So Java is a dash oriented programming language, object oriented. So object oriented is a top down approach or bottom up approach? OP is as bottom up approach. Okay, 1 second. Change to the everything in the Times New Roman. Don't waste my time. And I can use the bulletin. OP is a top-down approach. Sorry, bottom-up approach. And POP is the top-down. Right? So, okay. Next, what are the two types of Java programs? Standalone and Java applet. Standalone means offline, whereas standalone and Java applets. One is offline and another one is online. Right? And what is the other things we can discuss in the introduction to Java? As we know, Java is invented by the James Gonsling in the year of 1991 in the Oracle. And what we can discuss, mm, basic structure of Java, you know that. And we can go to the one by one topic. Once again, I'm going to the object. Is the object oriented, right? What is the meaning of what is the hierarchy to write the Java program? First, I will write the package. Inside the package, that is classes, and inside the class, we are going to create the object. So that is why it is known as bottom up. So package is a collection of class is a collection of object, whereas the object is a unique entity of a class. So you can expect what is the difference between class versus object. Class is a collection of object where object is a unique entity, and class is a blueprint to create the object, and whereas object is a instance of a class. And that I'm not going to write instance of a class. Okay, sir, you are saying that our class is we can create object. How we can create the object? By using the new operator, right? By using the new operator, we can create the object. And class is also known as, this is frequently asked question in the before the corona. Class is known as object factory. Sir, how we can say class is known as object factory? We can create n number of object. That's why it is known as class is known as object factory. It's known as, we can create n number of object, right? Okay, next ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Difference. Class is a blueprint, whereas object is instance of a class, right? Next we can go to the in the data types. So what is the meaning of data type? So what are the which type of data we are using? Example, what are the two types of data types? Primitive, and what are the other one? Non-primitive. Primitive means it is a basic or fundamental data type, whereas non-primitive is, it is not a fundamental. It is going to use the primitive. Fundamental in the in primitive we can store only one value at a time, whereas in the non-primitive, example string or array, we can store a number, right, by using the index concept, array index concept, right? That should be. What is the other name for primitive? It is also known as fundamental, and non-primitive is also known as it start from C. Okay, anyway, next to data types, if in the fundamental, the primitive, as we know, integer, float, next double, next integer, the long integer, float to double, next to boolean, right? Whereas in non-primitive, class, string, string S should be capital because it's immutable in Java, and the next one is arrays, right? So that is the primitive and non-primitive. One by one, ಎಲ್ಲ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ನಾನು ಲೈನ್ ಬೈ ಲೈನ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಕೀವರ್ಡ್ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, primitive ಅಲ್ಲಿ okay, what is the memory size of the primitive data types? Starting from, what is the minimum memory size? ಯಾವುದು ಡೇಟಾದ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ boolean 0 or 1 means true or false, means we can use only one bit, right? The minimum, so boolean, it is 1 bit or 1 byte. And what is the other one? Byte is also 1 byte, and you should know that 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. Next is 1 byte ಮುಗಿತು. Next character and short, it is a 2 byte, 16 bits. Next to 4 bytes there is the int and float. And now I will write on byte ಮತ್ತೆ boolean ಎಷ್ಟಿದು 1 byte, right? Okay, next short and one question ಇದರಿಂದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಪ್ಪ. You can expect easily one question. And next short ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ next ಏನಿದು into float. ಎಷ್ಟಿದು ಈ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನೋಡೋದು ನಾನು ರಾಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೆ. One is 2 byte. Character ಇದು 4 bytes. Next is long and double 8 byte. So you have to convert into the bits, means multiply by 8 ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. ನೀವು ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ that you can convert. One question you can expect on this. Memory size ಆಯ್ತು, primitive data type ಆಯ್ತು. ಇನ್ನೇನಿದೆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್? ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ you can share in the whichever topic you have not understood, you can shift in the comment box, and I'm going to use that. ಇನ್ನೇನಿದೆ memory ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ next I can go to the value and data types. Okay, now ASCII. What is the full form of ASCII? American Standard Code Information Interchange. So it is a 7-bit standard. So what is the ASCII range? This one also you should know. Capital A to Z, it is 65 to 90, and small a to Z 97 to 122, and 0 to 9 it is 48 to 57. ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಿದ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ರೆ. And next we have, what is the next topic? Next we have conversions, right? One data type to another type. Implicit conversion and explicit. Implicit conversion, it is also known as coercion. Spelling sorry, na? Yeah, that is implicit. It is not done by the student or a teacher or a developer. It is done by the compiler. And another one is explicit conversion. It is also known as what they will call typecasting. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಂಚೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಿರೋ what is other name for typecast. Explicit ಅಲ್ಲ, explicit you have to convert from one data to type. For example, ನಮಗೆ ಏನೀಗ ಒಂದು example he has given the character in a value ಒಂದು 65 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ. Now to character convert to character. Next I will take character I will take c is equal to char of 65. What is the answer it will 65 the ASCII value in capital A it will come. So I have to convert by using this character to input to character ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ integer convert ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ next int d is equal to int of ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯಾ capital A ಈ ತರ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕೋಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಸ್ ವಿ ನೋ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ single character within single quote, right? So what is the answer you'll get 65. Vice versa ನೀವು ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. That is known as explicit conversion, right? Next, what is the difference between integer and float? Integer is a whole number without decimal point, whereas a float is the whole number with decimal point. Next, long and double ಇನ್ನೇನಿದೆ float ಇದಾಯ್ತು into float ಆಯ್ತು. Okay, ಇನ್ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರಬೇಕು? Character and string. Character is a single character within single quote. String is a collection or group of character within double quote. Okay, next we should go to the what is the default value of this question. You should know that. So margin and miss ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, first is integer. Integer the default value integer a is equal to I will take 0. Next float will use b is equal to 0.0 f. Next long c is equal to 0.0 l. ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಬಿಡೋರು ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಬಲ್ ನಾಟ್ 0.0 l ಇದು ಲಾಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಜಸ್ಟ್ 0 l. ಡಬಲ್ 0.0 0.0 l ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು l. ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ c is equal to have to use the single quote u000. This is the default value. String the default value na it is null or double quote. Boolean the idu boolean not boolean b is equal to I will take false. So if you are not initialized, this is the default values. Integer, float, character, string null. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ರೂ, ಫಾಲ್ಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೇನಿದೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇನ್ನೇನಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಾರು ಮಿಸ್ ಉಳಿದಿರುತ್ತೆ. 9th ನಾನು ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬಾ ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೇ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಟಾಪಿಕ್ explicit ಆಯ್ತು. Operator. So what are the types of operators in the Java? Not types. First we start with forms. What are the forms of operators? Unary, next binary, next ternary. Unary andre it operates on single operand. Binary operates on 2 operand, and ternary is operand on 3 operands. And ternary is also known as, what is another name for ternary operator? It is also known as conditional operator, right? Okay, unary, binary ಇದೆಲ್ಲ okay. Ternary it is also known as conditional. ಇದು ಮುಂಚೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಿರೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. Now I don't know. What is the symbol? Question mark. What is the question mark symbol? ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಏನಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಲ್ಯಾಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರಿ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ 2x mode. ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, now if what is the syntax? You will give the example a greater than b, question mark A and B. So if we have given the condition int A is equal to 5, B is equal to 6. So what is the ternary operator option C operand? A greater than B. If condition is true, it's going to statement 1. Condition is false, B. Now what is the value of A? 5 greater than 6, false. So it's going to print B value. B is equal to 6. Capital B, small b is equal to 6. Right. If it is the value is 8, then what it is going to print A is equal to 8. So if in the ternary operator, condition is going to check if it is the true, it's going to execute the statement 1 or else execute the statement 2. Next, what are the types of operators? Types of operators is arithmetic and relational and logical. Right. The arithmetic, what are the one is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. Modulus is the remainder, right? And in the relational, we have less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal to, right? So here in the logical, we have and, we have or, and we have not. So there are five types of arithmetic operator and 6 types of relational operator and 3 types of logical operators. And other than this, what are the another 2 special type of operator? One not special, another one is their assignment. Which is the assignment operator in the Java? Equals. We are using the equal symbol to store the value or constant into the variable, right? So that is the equals. And frequently asked question, what is the difference between equals and double equals? Equal versus double equals. What is the difference? In equals is assignment operator. We can store, second point, it's we can store the value. Double equals can compare the values, right? Or we can relate the values. And next is the special type is one is new operator and another one is dot operator. New is to create the object inside the class, and dot operator is to invoke a method, right? ನೀವು ಮೆಥಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವೇನಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಇಸ್ ದ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಾಟ್, you can write on this one is a dot only, the bracket you can use dot symbol. Okay, ನಾನೀಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಮರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ 2 to 3 times he asked same time. So how we can create the objects? Sir, one class name ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, class is, he will give class is computer, and the object name is he'll give Java. Now you can create Java inside the class. So what is the syntax for creating a class, creating object inside the class? First you have to write the class name followed by object name is equal to new class name, right? So now what is that class name is computer, and the object name is Java is equal to new class name is again computer. If it is short sentence, yeah, ಈ ತರ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಬಟ್ you know the syntax. There is the syntax. What is the meaning of syntax? Syntax is a set of spelling ಏನಪ್ಪ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Okay, class name followed by the object name ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. If he has given any variables inside the object, you have used arguments like sir, argument means inside the constructor method you will give the arguments. Example, 3 values p1 p2 p3 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ that you can inside the constructor. Got it? This type is asking how to create the object. Okay, Okay, now sir, ಈಗ object create ಆಯ್ತು. Now we want to display. Okay, sir, you have to invoke one method, display. Object is created. What is the object name? Java I have created, and display, and you have to use the double parenthesis. What is the meaning of parenthesis? Parenthesis is nothing but it is a method, right? This question they asked 2 marks. You'll give the sentence, how to create the object inside the class, and how we can invoke a method by using that created object. Got it? I hope you understand. ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಟಾಪರ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದ್ರೆ they can comment. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನ್ಯೂ ಡಾಟಾ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ ವಿ ನೋ ಪ್ರೀ ಇನ್ಕ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂನರಿಲೇ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೀ ಇನ್ಕ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್, ಪ್ರೀ, post, and next one is increment and decrement. This type of question, you know, pre increment means before the execution. Before the execution only it's going to change the value, either increment or decrement. And post is after the increment. So not after the, not increment, after the execution. What is the meaning of increment? Increment the value by 1. If he has given increment, increment the value by 1. Decrement means decrement the value by 1. Example, he has given increment plus plus means plus 1 value. The what is the value? Plus 1. If it is decrement minus minus means it decreases the minus 1. Right? And next ಆಯ್ತು ಇನ್ನೇನಿದೆ, ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡಾಟ್, 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 ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ 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 ಡಾಟ್, mat dot. I will start from mat dot minimum, mat dot maximum, mat dot floor, mat dot seal, mat dot round. Next is mat dot power, mat dot absolute, mat dot random. That is the last one. Do we are remaining anything around? Okay. Floor means it will remain the same number. Seal means it will go to the next number. Minimum, which is the minimum that is going to come, and maximum, which is the out maximum. And what is the other one? At that round, it is going to convert the double values to the nearest integer. Second, I will write here only. And that mean alva. Still your time is there. I'm just reminding like anything. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. This is like your revision. Okay, I will start from mat dot maximum, mat dot floor. What is the default value of all these functions except mat dot round? Remaining all are ಒಂದಿನ ಮರ್ತೆ, mat dot square root. Next square root ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ next cube root. Next C floor ಆಯ್ತು. Next mat dot round also I can use, right? Round ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಬಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ನಿಯರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟಿಜರ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Next is mat dot power. Next is mat dot absolute. It will remove your sign. Next mat dot ಇನ್ನೇನಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತು. mat dot random. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Right, mat dot example, you will give the return type is another double. You will give 1.0 comma 6.0. ಏನು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 1.0, because that is the least. In the mat dot maximum, now I will take one ulta thought, negative number I will take, minus 9.0 comma minus 3.0. The negative ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್, minus 3.0, because minus 3.0 is better than the minus 9. Floor value ಅಂದ್ರೆ it will remain the same number, 14.9. It will not go to the 15.0. It will remain the same number, 14.0. Okay, now seal values, sir, 15.1. It will go to the next number, not only 16.0, because the return type is double. and the square root of 64, 8.0, it will come, right? Sir, if you are given the number, negative number, what it is going to display? NaN. It shows not a negative, sorry, not a number anta bandubidutte. It will accept only positive integers. That should be in your mind. ನಾನು ಇದೊಂದು bold ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. Next to cube root, it will applicable for both positive and negative. If it is 125 means you will go to 5.0 because 5 into 5, 25, 25 into 5, 125. Round 6.7. 6.7 is near to 6 or 7? 7. But don't take it 7.0 because it is going to convert nearest integer. And another one, this is the only function, mathematical library function, the return type is integer. This is the frequently asked question. Next to power. Power ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಕಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕೇಳ್ತಾವ್ರೆ. ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಕಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. 4, 3. 4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಸ್, 3 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋನೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್. 4 to the power of 3. 4 to the power of 3. What does this mean? 4 into 4 into 4. ನೀನು 4 into 3 ಅಂತ 12 ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವರ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್. 4 to the power of 3. 4 into 4, 16. 16 into 4, 64. 64.0. Right? ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಪವರ್. ಇದು ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. You'll ask 4. Sir, you will give 0.5. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸರ್ ಇದು ಯಾವ ಥರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? 4 to the power of 0.5 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಎನಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ 0 to the power ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೂಟ್, ರೈಟ್? 1/2 ಅಂದಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತದ. ಆಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್? ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ 4, 2.0. ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ ದ ಡಬಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಸರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಕೇಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಷ್ಟಲ್ಲ, ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ ದಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಟೀಜರ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ 4, ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿನೂ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಏನೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಯು ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಂಪೈಲರ್. 1/2 ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ 4 to the power of 0 ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಸರ್ 0 ಬಂತು? 1/2, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಟೀಜರ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್. ಇಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದನ್ ದ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 0. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಏನು, ಎನಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಟು ದಿ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ 0 ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ 1.0. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿನ ನಾನು ಇದು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಪವರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ 4 1.0 divided by 2. 1.0 means that is the double division or float division. So we will get 4 to the power of 1/2. 1/2 means now it is going to convert into 0.5. That will become 2.0. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಆಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್. ಆಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಏನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಅದೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ದ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೈನ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ವಾ, ಆಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಹೌ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್? ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ದ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೈ ಕಮ್. ವಿಚ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಏನಂತಾರಲ್ಲ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಏನೇ, does not have an input. ನಾವು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ನೇ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 0.1 to 0.99999. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗಂಟೆ ಎವ್ರಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು. ಸರ್ ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ದ ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಗೇಮ್ ಆಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ, ಈಗ ಸೂಡೋ ಆಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ರ್ಯಾಂಡಮ್ ಆಗೋದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ 0.1 to 0.9. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಜಾವಾ library function. It doesn't have any input, right? So next is now the question number 2. In the question number 2 you can ask ಏನಂತಾರಲ್ಲ mathematical function ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ a subscript 3 subscript ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಡಪ್ಪ plus b a b c. okay, that is a mathematical expression. How we can convert it into Java expression? By using all these library function. This symbol ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದು ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. I think in your school everyone use mat dot absolute. While writing a math, m should be capital. Mat dot absolute a to the power of 3. I can write mat dot power a comma 3, or else you can use a into a. That is also good. Plus don't write abc directly. A into b into c. and you have to close this one. Already I have closed this one. You have to close and use the semicolon to end the statement. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಕಮ್. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೂಟ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡಾಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೂಟ್, ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ರೂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ರೂಟ್, ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್. ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಫ್ಯೂ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ನೈನ್ತ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇಯರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 3 3 4 4 ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡು. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಿದೆ? ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಫ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ನೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಸ್ವಿಚ್, and after that loops, for loop, while loop, do while loop, and nested loops. That is going to finish the 9th. Then we can enter into the 10th, right? So I'm going to wind up here. I'm so tired. Next class means tomorrow they will share, upload another one video related to that. And any doubts, any questions, you can share it in the comment. Thank you. All the best.